Are you someone who has felt that nagging feeling that you know this is not as good as it gets, that you are meant for something more in your life? You may be someone who's feeling disappointed with where your life is. And are you willing and ready to do the work on yourself that's necessary to get there? Then you are someone who is ready to be more so you can do more, therefore have more. Then this episode is for you. I'm Travius Stewart, and I want to help you move past barriers and obstacles that are preventing you from getting what you want in life. This is Breakthrough. Yo, my peeps. So before I dive into this episode, if you are someone who answered yes to the questions at the very beginning of this episode, then you want to click right now, download my free Life Audit Scorecard, which will help you get clarity on which areas in life that you want to actually uplevel. This has been the best tool that I've found that helps you get clarity on what's working in your life and what's not. And it gives you a crystal clear picture of what areas that you may want to focus on. So on this episode today, I want to spend some time with you all unpacking just how beneficial this can be for finding your more. So get ready to discover how the Life Audit Scorecard, are you living life at a 10? Are you living life at a 1? Can help you assess, reflect, and then take meaningful action towards creating the life that you truly desire. And the link will be in the show notes. Let's get into it. Podcast Tuesday, my peeps. So as I jump into this training, I want to remind you of what I believe my purpose is. It's to empower and inspire as many people as possible to live the highest vision of their lives without settling. And so that made me reach back into my toolbox and go, what is my greatest tool that I have for helping my clients get transformation? And that is my Life Audit Scorecard. And so basically, I've put it out before as a quiz, but I like the idea of having a scorecard because the scorecard, I have designed it to be more specific to where you know exactly which areas, which specific things that you want to improve on if they're not a 10 out of 10. And so this episode, by the end of it, you will learn who will benefit from this scorecard. You will learn how to use it, and you will learn the benefits of implementing this tool consistently in your life. So, guys, my role as a life coach is I want to help you close the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And I do that work by helping you become the person that you want to be and the person that your goals require you to be. Because there's so many times in life we want to achieve different things, but our self-image, our self-concept, how we view ourselves will never enable us to get there. And so that's where I want to begin. And in the following episodes, the next few episodes, we're going to be getting very, very specific on just how to do that. And so this whole process is going to involve a lot of self-reflection. It's going to involve, taking some deliberate actions in order to make those aspirations, those desires, an actual reality. And so what we're going to look at doing is tearing down your present identity, your present or the old self-image. And I want to help you build a completely new version of yourself. I want to help you reinvent a completely new version of yourself to where you are able to create the relationships, the career, the health that you actually want. So, introducing the Life Audit Scorecard to help you take control of your life. This is a powerful tool to help you up level every main area of your life. And so whenever we begin to go, what is it that I want more of in my life that I'm, dissatisfied with? The problem stems from figuring out Well, where are we to begin with? And so we want to be able to measure that, because so many people out there want to turn their lives around, but they may be stuck. You might be stuck because you have no idea where to even start. And so you can't up level your life if you don't know what level you are on to begin with. So the secret sauce, guys, honestly, for everything is self-awareness. It's being aware of where you are right now, being aware of how you work right now. And this is like having a clear roadmap that will help you transform all these areas of your life. And it allows you to evaluate, to reflect on these different areas, beginning with your career, then the relationships, your health, your finances, your personal growth. And we want to create a holistic picture of where you are now. So step one, we want to figure out just where is the dial set. And so we want to spot those things that are dragging you down. We want to spot those things that's creating your current reality, both inside your head and in your actual life. So this isn't about someone else coming along and scoring you. This is about you taking an honest look at these 8 areas of your life and going, what is it that I want to intentionally up level? What's working right now? And what do I really want to improve so that I leave it all on the stage? I leave it all on the court so that I've come here and done everything I came to do on this earth. And so this scorecard honestly takes your personal growth to a whole new level, because it's not just about dreaming big, it's about turning those dreams into reality. So this exercise, this scorecard, could really help you, especially if you are someone who has gone through a period of change and, things have shifted in your life. You switched jobs, you got laid off, you took a new job, whatever that thing is, and you want to reevaluate your priorities. You may also be someone who feels lost or stuck or just unsure of what direction you want to take next. You could be someone who's overwhelmed with responsibilities and want to set new priorities. So as we jump into it, I want you to think about the scorecard, the life audit. It takes a holistic self-assessment of your life in these 8 major categories. It provides a way to score, these areas so that you can gain like a bird's eye view of your overall life and honestly how you feel about your life. It promotes self-awareness because it makes you stop and reflect on these different parts, because so many times we get caught up and we go from one thing to the next thing. And before you look, a year has gone by and we said we're going to start that thing in January. We're going to turn over a new leaf and, it's already September. And so this tool, it also gives you a high level of awareness by encouraging, to go inside, introspection, to help you recognize patterns of, are you continually, setting goals and not actually achieving them. It helps you to think about your strengths and your weaknesses and maybe even areas you are neglecting. A third benefit is it gives you clarity and focus, because it gives you clarity around your priorities, because for someone, their health may be their priority. For another person, it could be their finance because they are wanting to create wealth. And so the clarity that you gain from doing this scorecard will help you focus your energy on what really matters to you, not to someone else, but to you. Then the fourth thing is, by assessing and scoring each category, you can identify the specific areas that need improvement, that you want to actually improve. And, maybe there are some areas that you're like, I'm fine with that. Even if it's a 7 out of 10, I'm cool with that 7. This is completely up to you. But it also leads to setting clear and achievable goals. So if you have, scored yourself a 7 in a category and you're like, okay, what will make that a 10? Well, I have broken down the categories with different tick marks, for instance, communication, like when we're talking about the relationship category, are you fully expressed? Are you communicating regularly? Those types of things, so that it gives you very specific things to work towards. And the fifth thing is motivation. Seeing this visual representation of your life I know for me is very motivating, and it helps me to want to take action and make positive changing. And then also being able to track my progress over time can provide a sense of accomplishment. And I'm driven by pleasure. And so I want to anticipate where, my number can be in 2 months because I'm taking consistent action. And then the seventh thing, it can also increase your well-being. The ultimate benefit of, my overall quality of life, your overall quality of life in the areas, again, that matter most to you. And generally, you can have an increase, overall well-being because it increases your happiness. It gives you a higher level of fulfillment and life satisfaction. And then the eighth thing that you could do that benefits using this is tracking your progress. Regularly using the scorecard over time can help you see where your efforts are actually paying off and encourage you to continue to make positive changes in your life. And then, and maybe you want to switch out something that could be more meaningful to your life and situation. This isn't like an end-all list of the scorecard. Maybe again, you want to go, instead of finances, I want to look at, something else, whatever that category is, because I've chosen the 8 that I find that are most beneficial to my clients. And so when you think about using the scorecard, and as you begin to score yourself, you want to think about the following questions. When you look at the results as you've scored yourself, how do you feel? What category would you most like to start with improving? What would it take to increase your satisfaction, even by one score, by if it's a 7, to take it up to an 8? And then I want you to think about, why did you give yourself that score? And are there any surprises? What surprised you the most about it? Where are the biggest gaps? What would a score of 10 look like in each area? And then what small steps would have the most significant impact in getting you closer to that number that you really desire to have? And is it one single action, like a domino effect, that could actually improve more than one area in your life? And so as you take the time to do the scorecard, revisit the scorecard, rescore it. This is something that I use every quarter because I look at it and, because in growing a business and growing my coaching practice, I need to know what's working and what's not. So this is a scorecard that I pull out every quarter. So as you begin to evaluate how you scored all of these areas on your scorecard, I want you to think about what changes can be made. What steps and actions can you take? Are there areas that you feel like, I had no idea I was neglecting this? I had no idea I was neglecting my health. Maybe I put on, a few pounds. I still have, a few of those the COVID year pounds that I'm desperately working hard to get off. And so that's an area that I'm not necessarily 100% fine with. And so maybe you're going to look at 3 small things that you can tackle today, or maybe just one thing that can boost, that can get you one tick higher. And then you can just figure out the rest as you go. And so each time you switch categories, focus on one thing at a time. And the thing about it is, if you want to take action, you have to put it on your calendar. If you want to take action and make improvements, you have to be intentional. And so if you want to, boost your health, schedule a workout time on your calendar. If you want to amp up, your relationships, block out quality time with your significant other. If making money is something that you're focused on, carve out time to really focus on your business or your side hustle. You get the drill, but you have to actually put it on your calendar. So I hope this scorecard will help you get some clarity in your life. And it's something that, you can click on it in the show notes, download it. It'll be available for you, and you can download it as many times as you want, and so you can keep using this. Like, keep it on your desk at work, keep it, wherever you get up and do your morning routine, that kind of thing. So you can kind of look at it and go, okay, what am I working on today? How can I be intentional today with my health, with my finances, with my self-image? And so I hope that you're able to find some value in this life audit scorecard, because instead of living life at a 1, wouldn't it be great if we were all living life at a 10 out of 10? And so I want to help you create a life that you love instead of watching and living and participating in one that you don't. All right, my peeps, go download the scorecard and have an amazing week. We'll talk next week.